So this is one actually from a Samsung S23 Ultra, USB-C to USB-C. This is an interesting charge cable, and it goes from USB-A to USB-C, but it shows you what watts are going through the cable at the time, and indeed whether it's got PD enabled or not. Here's another cable. Similar again, this will show you what wattage is being taken. This one is USB-C to USB-C. And I've also got some old style power banks. This is an old red Mophie power bank. This is a slightly more recent Mophie power bank, which was designed for iPhones before USB-C came out. And here is a wireless power bank made by Zenz, and here is a Anker power supply. I'll also be showing you during the course of this another power supply. In fact, I'll go and grab that now. This is a Q-block power supply, and this is something I use on a daily basis. So to actually have it unplugged is very unusual. This has got two USB-C outputs up to 100 watt max, and two USB-A outputs up to 30 watts max. It's a nice small sized unit. I've had it since 10th of October 2022, so it's about 18 months old now, and it's proved to work a treat. So perhaps by way of starting things off, I'll show you what does work. So here we've got a genuine Canon battery for this particular camera, which, as you can see, I'm having difficulty installing. So I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so that's all fine. And the first thing I'm going to do is to demonstrate actually charging that internal battery, genuine Canon, remember, using this Q-block device. Now you notice I've put a couple of notes to myself on the back here. One says charging USB-C to USB-C. So the expectation is I'll be going USB-C to USB-C. The little down arrow here is to remind myself which way the back flips when you first open it. So I have behind the scenes slightly a power block, mains power block, and I'm going to plug in this Q-block connector, and I'm going to take this Samsung USB-C to USB-C. And I'm opening the little side entrance to plug the USB-C lead in. And the little green light has lit, which basically means that is taking a charge and power from that power block. And it's working absolutely fine, which is great. So I'm going to unplug that. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to open this particular cable, USB-C to USB-A. So this is made by Octon, and it's a nice braided cable. It certainly feels nice quality. and nicely it's got the little wrap included. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug it into one of the USB-A sockets on the Q block, and again I'm going to plug this into the USB-C socket. Right, this is showing 0.0 watts and the green light is not on. So USB-A to USB-C doesn't work. And just to prove that this cable's working, I'm going to I'm going to get one of these batteries which I already have in use. So this is a OtterBox power bank. It's not a wireless power bank, it's just a conventional power bank, but this is rated at 20,000 milliamps hours. As you see, it's got USB-C in and out. Let's try plugging this in and see if it has this. That's taking a charge. If you can see that under the lights, that's charging at the moment at 3.5 watts and PD is lit up, and likewise on the side you might just be able to see the little end of the 4 LED lights flashing because it's got quite a good charging. So the cable works. USB-A to USB-C doesn't work with the Canon camera. So you need USB-C to USB-C. Let's disconnect this cable. So that's fine. What I'm now going to get is a small Apple charger. This is one of these UK standard flip-up jobs. This one's USB-A, so I'm really not expecting this to work again at all. But just to prove it's not the other charger that's producing the odd condition, switch the mains on, plug it in, plug this cable in again, USB-A to USB-C. And we're going to plug it into the USB-C on the R8. 0.0 watts, no green light. So, USB-C to USB-C it's going to be. So if I take my Samsung S23 Ultra USB-C to USB-C cable, and this time I'm going to plug it into the OtterBox in-out, and I'm going to plug it into the Canon camera, and the green light is working. So the OtterBox is supplying the R8 with power. So that's all good. So that works. Now, because we know USB-C is what we need, I think these other power banks, there's no point trying them, because this is USB-A, and likewise this one's USB-A. So it's pointless using any of those. They're not going to do the job at all. What else is there to show you? Yes, the other cable, which I'm just retrieving, so I mentioned earlier another cable which will read what power is being supplied, and this one is the assessor, and I've got another one of them here, and again I tend to use this on a daily basis. I'm just working out which end has got the display on it. Okay. So plugging it into USB-C and plugging the camera into its USB-C. Green light's on, and that's showing, again it's upside down, 6 watts. Just trying to see what he's saying. Yes, so that's charging at 6 watts. Interestingly, if we take the lens cap off and switch the camera on, so the camera is now on, and if I okay, that's now recording, and we're getting between 5, 6 and 7 watts being supplied by the external adapter whilst it's actually recording. If I stop the recording, that drops to 3 and 2 watts and 4 watts, 5 watts, 3 watts. Okay, and if I switch the camera off, we're getting 5, 6 watts here, and again the green charge light has come on the battery. Now, if there's no battery in at all, the camera won't take any power. So if I take the battery out, green light goes off, and if I switch the camera on, there's nothing. So you can't power it with no battery in. Now this is when it gets really interesting, but not in a good way. Here is a non-genuine Canon R8 battery. These are far less expensive. There you go. Rated at 1040 milliamp hours. The genuine battery I can't see the rating on that. 7.5 watt hours. Can't see the rating of the battery at all. Anyway, if I plug this in to start with, and again I'm making a pig's ear of this. There we go. got to be the long way round. This way around. There we go. Close the door. So you'll note there's 0 watts being taken. The green light is not on. If I switch the camera on, so there you go. The camera works. There we do. There we go. We're taking a video recording with the camera, and it's writing to the memory card. Stop recording. Still 0 watts. No green light. So, what does this show? You've got to have a genuine Canon battery installed in the camera in order to charge it via USB-C, and indeed to power the camera by USB-C. And again, green lights come on, genuine Canon battery, 6 watts, 4 watts, 6 watts. One last thing I'd like to show is the non-genuine Canon battery. You can buy a little, this is Duracell, battery charger. This is micro USB to USB-A, and I'm going to plug this into the iPhone, the little Apple USB-A charger. It's not hugely powerful. Got a little green light come on there. And if I just pop in this non-genuine battery into here, and it's charging, the red lights come on. Now here's where it gets also intriguing, because if I now take out the battery from the R8, so this is the genuine Canon battery, and try this in this little USB-C charger, sorry, USB-A charger. There we go, it's charging it. So this external USB-A charger would charge either the genuine Canon batteries or the non-genuine Canon batteries. So the summary of all this then is you always need to have a genuine Canon battery in the R8 if you want to either charge using the camera's USB-C or if you want to power the camera using the USB-C. So you still need a genuine Canon battery for either of those things to happen. The charger must be PD capable, of which the one which I showed earlier, the Q block, is, and indeed the power bank, the OtterBox power bank, is also PD capable. And it's what you want is USB-C to USB-C. USB-A to USB-C doesn't work. Thanks very much.